Hey guys, how's it going? This is a video response to OK Chief 420. He's doing a contest for having 500 subs. So congratulations, man. For those of you that have not checked him out yet, I'm going to leave a link below to his channel. He does a lot of cool stuff, especially GameStop findings, dumpster findings. Very interesting. So please check him out. And he wants to know what is our favorite handheld of all time. And before I announce, my pick, I guess I'm gonna give a little bit of a background story regarding handhelds and me. I was never a big handheld fan. My first handheld ever was the Game Boy Color, and pretty much the only reason I got it was because of Pokemon. At the time, Pokemon was crazy. Everybody had a Game Boy, and so I bought like I said, a Game Boy Color along with Pokemon Yellow and Blue, and that game got me hooked. I was addicted to it. But other than Pokemon, I did not really. I mean, I owned other games for the system, but I just never really cared for them, to be honest. So I never invested a whole lot of time into other games, other than Pokemon, obviously. And then after that, I remember getting the Game Boy Advance, and again, I got a bunch of pretty good games like Advance Wars, Golden Sun. I eventually got Pokemon, I believe it was Sapphire. But again, even though the GBA was a great system, a great library, I just never got into it. For some reason, despite the good library the system had, I just never put a lot of time into it. And then Nintendo obviously moved into the DS, which was a massive success, one of the best selling systems of all time. And surprisingly, I'm probably one of the few people in the world that never bought a Nintendo DS or a DS Lite or DSi. I never bought it. At the time I was in college, I was busy studying, so I did not really have a lot of time for gaming. So when I graduated from college, I remember I bought myself a PSP 3000 because I found one for really cheap. And again, I thought I'm gonna give handheld another shot. I bought a PSP 3000, and the same thing. I bought a bunch of pretty solid titles for the system, but again, I just couldn't get into it. So it wasn't until I got my Nintendo 3DS that I really started getting into handheld in a hardcore way, I guess. And I got my Nintendo 3DS when the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D got released around, I believe, June of 2011, I think. So the 3DS quickly became my favorite handheld system, and I know it's a little bit of an odd choice. The 3DS is my favorite handheld system, and like I said, it's a little bit of an odd choice because it's a current handheld system. Its library is not big, obviously, but I'm enjoying the hell out of the 3DS. Solid titles like Mario Kart 7, Kid Icarus Uprising, Super Mario 3D Land, which I have in the background, which it soon became one of my all-time favorite games. It's such a great game, great level design. Then you have Resident Evil Revelations and upcoming games like Paper Mario Sticker Star, upcoming games like Luigi's Mansion. Then you have the remakes for Ocarina of Time, Star Fox 64. You have upcoming games like Fire Emblem. There's a lot of good third-party support from Japanese developers, so we get to see all those RPGs JRPGs. So the 3DS, in my opinion, has a very solid library. Not to mention several features that I truly enjoy using, such as street passing. The puzzle swap thing. I love, every time I get a street pass, I love getting a new puzzle piece from somebody else. And then I also got a PlayStation Vita, which is another current handheld, and I'm loving the Vita despite the system doing poorly. I think it has a lot of great games out there. So, but the 3DS again, it's my top choice. It has a lot of good eShop games, which are the digital downloadable games. Solid support for the eShop. You can also download classic games for the Game Boy, Game Boy Color. You can also download NES games. You can play your DS games. So since I never owned a DS, I'm buying a lot of DS games and enjoying the library of the amazing library of the Nintendo DS. So in my opinion, the 3DS is a very, very solid system. The 3D effect, I thought it was going to be a little bit gimmicky, but surprisingly, it works well with not all the games, but with some of them. So yeah, my top choice is the Nintendo 3DS. This is the one that I got. It's just the Cosmo Black 3DS. And like I said, my favorite system. And if I win the purple 3DS, it's gonna go for the lady here at home. Hopefully, we're gonna get to play some Animal Crossing when it's released. So, anyways, thank you and congratulations once again, man, for the 500 subs. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.